All right, let's move over to the Western Conference. And the most exciting series, the most intriguing series to me is the Clippers-Grizzlies. It's a great series. Clippers escaped Sunday, or I should say Saturday, 87-86 to take a 2-1 lead against the Grizzlies. Tonight is Game 4 in LA. What was really interesting on Saturday, the Clippers shot 13 for 30 from the free throw line and still won. That's unheard of in playoff basketball. CP3 is putting up incredible numbers, 22 points, 9 assists, I should say. Blake's putting up 19, and Young is extending the floor with his three-point shooting, averaging 12 a game. You got Kenyon Martin, DeAndre Jordan, and Griffin, and Reggie Evans coming off the bench are really out-muscling the Memphis Grizzlies right now, which is a huge surprise to me. The Grizzlies are big and strong, and they're just not playing well right now. Rudy Gay's putting up 21 a game, Conley 15, and Zach Randolph is not playing at 100%, still scoring 13 a game, but he just hasn't been as effective as he could be. So I believe that the Grizzlies are going to come back and steal tonight's game in Los Angeles and tie the series at 2. We need O.J. Mayo to come out tonight and play well. He's only shooting 32% from the field, and the Grizzlies really need to extend the floor so they can work that inside game. Grizzlies are going to win tonight, steal a game, tie it up at 2, go back to Memphis, win a game. The Grizzlies, I still feel, are going to win this series 4-3 and move on to the next round. All right, let's move on to the Lakers-Nuggets. Lakers won on Sunday 92-88, led by Kobe's 22 and Bynum's 19 to take a 3-1 series lead. Reserve Jordan Hill came off the bench and was big for the Lakers, grabbing some key rebounds. And Steve Blake had 10, including a huge three-point basket in the final minute to really ice it for the Lakers. Right now, the Lakers have the components to really make a run at the Western Conference Finals. Kobe's averaging 29 points, Bynum's putting up 19 points, 10 rebounds, and Gasol 14. And they really have that big three you need to win a championship. Whenever they need a basket, they can go to Kobe, Bynum, Gasol, and when there's too much sagging on the defense, they can kick it out to one of their perimeter players and knock down a jump shot. So I look for Lakers to clean this up quick. Denver's a solid team. They're young, they're exciting. Ty Lawson's averaging 17 points, 6 assists. Gallinari 16 points. And Fareed and McGee are really playing well, yet Bynum is just too big and too strong down low. You got a 7'1" guy, 270 pounds, and Fareed and McGee are just undersized. So look for the Lakers to win this series 4-1 and move on to the next round of the Western Conference Finals. Moving on to the Spurs-Jazz. Spurs are up 3-love, playing well, distributing the ball like they always do. In Saturday's game, Parker had 27 points, 16 of them in the fourth quarter to move on to the Spurs to a 3-0 series lead. The Spurs are balanced, they're solid, they're disciplined, they're well coached, and I look for them to get this series over with in the next 1 to 2 games. Tony Parker's averaging 24 points a game, Duncan 15, and Danny Green 10. The big surprise to me is Ginobili is struggling right now, only averaging 5.5 a game, which really bodes well for the San Antonio Spurs as they're easily taking care of the Jazz here with virtually Ginobili being non-existent. Tonight's game is in Utah. I look for the Spurs to close them out and go 4-love. They can use some rest. They got some age on their team. Al Jefferson on the Jazz side is putting up 16 a game. Millsap is adding 13. And Devin Harris is putting up 11. They're really struggling to find some continuity. They're struggling and they're working too hard to find their shots, and they just haven't gotten the groove. So right now, the San Antonio Spurs are too disciplined, too much experience, and I look for them to close off the Jazz and win the series 4-love and move on. Okay, the last series in the Western Conference is the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Dallas Mavericks, and that series is over. Sweep. Get out the broom. Oklahoma City 4-0. And Dallas is only the 3rd defending champ to get swept in the first round. Hey, Oklahoma City's too tough. And on Saturday, Harden had the game of his life for 29 points, 15 in the fourth quarter, and really controlled the game. Kevin Durant's averaging 26 for the series, Westbrook 22, and he's only had 10 turnovers in the entire series, which is fantastic for Russell Westbrook. Derek Fisher is doing exactly what they brought him over for, hitting big shots at big times. Averaging 65% from the three-point line, D-Fish is doing what he's paid for. Ibaka's doing his work, averaging 3 points a game and really controlling the middle. Oklahoma City Thunder are deep. You got Perkins and Collison, Ibaka, Fisher. These guys are loaded, and I look for them to make a deep run into the Western Conference Finals. Now, with that being said, let's talk about Dallas. We all know that Dirk Nowitzki is one of the greatest power forwards of all time. There may be nobody better. But you look at the Dallas roster, and they've got some real challenges. Vince Carter was invisible in the series, averaging 8 points a game, shooting 29% from the floor. Jason Kidd struggling as well, 34% for the floor. And Dirk said it best, is that if you look around at the teams that are going to vie for the championship, you look at the Lakers, you look at the Thunder, you look at the San Antonio Spurs, they've got at least 3 go-to guys. They got a big 3 they can go to when they need a bucket. And of course, Dallas is not. After Dirk, you're really struggling to make something happen. Jason Terry's one of the best 6 men in the history of the NBA, yet he's not that guy. He's a guy that's going to kick it off penetration. So the offseason is going to be very interesting for the Dallas Mavericks and Mark Cuban. You've got a host of free agents. Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, Delonte West, Vince Carter, Mahimani, Brandon Wright, and Brian Cardinal are all free agents. So look for some big wholesale roster changes for the Dallas Mavericks this summer. Bottom line, Oklahoma City moving on 4-love, and they're on to the next round of the Western Conference NBA playoffs. My name is Dan Lier, the NBA analyst, and I'm out of here.